Meanwhile, a member of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, Tony Uranta, has explained the outcome of the talks with President Muhammadu Buhari. Speaking on our flagship program, Digi 360, Uranta says the Niger Delta leaders advised President Buhari to follow the blueprint of late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua to quicken the resolution of the crisis in the region. He also says stakeholders expect the president to come up with a negotiating team before the end of the month and expressed confidence that the crisis will be resolved.
What folks didn't realize is that the amnesty proclamation and the post-negotiations had 5 fingers. And the 5 fingers included one which was disarmament, demobilization, rehabilitation and reintegration. But that has been the only finger that has been concentrated upon. The other 4 fingers had 4 subcommittees set up by the late President Yar'Adua. In fact, I was a member of 2 of those committees. And we were going to do quite a bit. And the president was very supportive. He had the political will and he was eager to do that. We must confess that the administration that took over from him, which happened to be a Niger Delta taking over, funnily enough, did not consolidate on those gains that Yar'Adua had already conceived and started. Rather than even moving forward, all the other 4 fingers were nullified virtually by the committees never being called to meetings anymore or steps taken to move them forward. Now, so at the end of the day, what we are asking for today are the same things we were asking for in 2009, which those subcommittees were set up to address. So really, we didn't need to list all of them. In the first page of the presentation, we had said to the president, just return to the 2009 template of the Yar'Adua program or plan, and everything will be resolved. We expect that before the end of the first half of this month, the government will come out with its negotiation team, and we should even have had the first meeting between that team and PANDEF's team representing the region, so that we start working out modalities as to how we can move the negotiations further, and so we can be able to ask these young people to extend, first of all, the ceasefire, and then government has to also buy in by letting them come to an armistice. It has to be both ways. There must be a ceasefire on both sides, which is not to say the criminality should be condoned. I believe that now that it is clear that we have started moving forward, we have started building confidence, and that the presidency is at last ready to listen to us, because the major issue at the beginning was, oh well, you had a president there for about 7 years when he couldn't resolve certain things. Are we going to come now and pay for it? Now we have said, whether the president was from our region and from my village or my family and stayed there for 10 years, doesn't matter. If he didn't do certain things and it is right and necessary and needful for us to do it now, let's do it now.